Welcome to Free Topic. We pick a specific and surprising topic every week for everyone to share and enjoy an instant of life with you, dear listener. You can listen us every Thursday at 5 to 6 p.m. on Mustar FM 89.6.
Good afternoon, listeners. Today in the Free Topic program there is in quarantine Davide here talking, and with me
Tristan here talking too.
Hello Tristan.
Hello.
And today we are going to talk about Vidor festival, which is a festival that started here in Nyíregyháza, I think on the 19th of August.
That's it. On the 19th until the 29th of August in Nyíregyháza. And so, if there is some Nyíregyháza resident in our listener, you can continue to go in it until the end of this week, so take profit of it. And today with Davide we will speak about this festival, what we listen for now on, what we discovered, and also all this mood around music festival and why it's important, and I think more important especially in this strange time.
Yeah. The festival, the importance of festivals. And in this topic, I think we should interview Johan.
Yeah. For the next one.
Our Johan, our fellow companion Johan, is living for festivals. And he really wanted to go to some festivals in Budapest, but I think all of them in the end were cancelled. Even the one in Balaton that maybe was not cancelled in the beginning. But anyway, he is the master of festivals. I am actually I don't have a lot of experience in festivals.
Yeah, me too, I think, because sooner I take part in some festival in France. Not the biggest, but quite important one. But it's like, a few years that I didn't go back in festival. So this little but really cool Vidor festival was... and it still is today when we record, is a very cool experience and cool stuff for me, because I go back in this kind of musical mood which is really good and pleasant.
Yeah, I think I have to say I am surprised by the quality of some music. I thought it was going to be a bit not so much interesting, but there was some interesting music actually. And one of the most interesting group, you interviewed them, right? And it was your first ever interview for a radio?
Yeah, that's it, totally.
But you are going to tell us about this later, because we are going to broadcast the interview as well that you have done with these guys. And this was a punk rock group, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
They were very noisy and they were very good, I have to say. But before going to that, let's talk about what we have seen these days. What did you like? And how do you feel the spirit of this festival in Nyíregyháza?
Yeah, because for me, I go back to Nyíregyháza when festival already start. So I don't see the beginning, the opening of festival. But I saw this first concert on last Saturday with this band that I interviewed, but I will speak a little bit later about it. And I also saw another concert today later, but I like it because it's quite continuous and without stop festival. There is a lot of stuff dropped in different parts of the city, like theater, music, some different way of artistic expression, and you feel really this mood through the city. There is some poster, there is a lot of stuff written or drawn on the ground for the festival, for example, in some street. And I really like this kind of mood when you feel that all the city is like taking part in something in an artistical way. It's feel more, more human city, more warm city. I don't really know how to express it with words, but it's my feeling about it. And it's really nice just to sometimes go out for no specific reason, or I don't know, just to go to buy some food, and on your road you discover some little show or some little stuff on the left, on the right, and it's really pleasant in that way. And I'm also very surprised and happy with the Hungarian band that I discovered, because I didn't know Hungarian music before, and for me it was more like this kind of folk traditional music, but without really know some band or some specific stuff.
You are talking about the band we have seen yesterday, no? Or what?
Yeah. Overall, it was like really nice band. It's a Hungarian band that mixed a lot of different stuff in their music. It's the most important stuff, I think. It's folk music from Hungary cultures, but also I think from Tsigan culture. For Irish culture, there is a lot of different rhythm. They also play with a lot of different instruments, and all this mixing together is something impossible to really classify in the music universe. Something like really unique, and I really like this kind of band. And it was a band really good in a show and live performances. They succeed to, even if there were not like a big audience in this stage, they succeed to put a lot of people in front of the stage, make people dancing, singing. I don't know if this band look like maybe a Hungarian rock star, because I have the feeling that everybody in the audience knows the lyrics, knows the dance step. It was quite funny concert, but really, really nice one.
Yeah, I think they could be like an icon here in Hungary, because it's true, everybody knew the lyrics. They have a strange mix in this music group, because they are a lot, like 7, 8. How much
8.
Are they? 8. So 8 instruments on the stage, and like also instruments that you don't usually hear together. There was an electric guitar, and there was a sax. It's not an instrument that usually goes with an electric guitar. They really had fun on the stage, and I think this is the key to give a good performance. It was, I don't know, really, the music was good. It's like this mix of traditional Balkanic, let's say, music, but with a pop and contemporary format. It's also very difficult to classify, because they like to play with the rhythm. Sometimes they start something, but after 5 seconds they go into completely another direction. So they have this kind of craziness that live is definitely give you good energy. It was good.
Yeah.
Let's also say that you should have made an interview with them, but we discovered that nobody of them speak English, or not in a satisfactory way, apparently.
That's stories around interview group in foreign country, I think.
Yeah, but I want to ask you a question in this matter. What do you think of Hungarian language in music, like in songs? Because we hear Hungarian spoken every day, but what do you think about this language in music? Because these days I've heard some hard rock, some punk, some strange mix of music and pop too, and I think there are some genres in which Hungarian is really good.
Yeah, I agree, because just Hungarian speak for me is not the most beautiful language to hear, but at the end is...
But I like it anyway.
Yeah, not for me, but in music I like it more, because I think it's more singing music, thanks to all these different accents or way to pronounce the word. And I think it fits really good in some music. In this traditional Balkan music, for me it was like a perfect match. But also in the other band that I told, this punk rock band called Tortuga, which came from Nyíregyháza. In Hungarian, I really also feel a good match between the way of making rock and roll and the Hungarian language, which is quite strange, because in a lot of mine I think rock and roll is linked with English language, and it's really difficult to imagine rock and roll music in other language than English.
Yeah, especially Hungarian, because I have the feeling that Hungarian is like sometimes a fairy tale. It's very soft and it's very difficult to distinguish the sounds. I don't know, it has some musical thing that makes me think about some fairy tale for some reason. And it's really like the opposite. A fairy tale is the opposite of rock and roll soul. But in the end, I have to say that it's good. I like it. Maybe just because it's strange and it sounds like completely new for me, but I definitely like it. Not only with Tortuga, but also with another band that played 2 days before. Maybe you didn't
No, I wasn't
come from Budapest yet. Anyway, I think nobody actually have seen the opening of this festival. Speaking about the opening, because it rained heavily on the 19th, and I don't think that there was such a big opening. Yeah, I was definitely surprised. They like metal, and they also like hard rock. Like culturally, you can see a lot of people with long hair in Hungary, and I think they.
But I think there is an important rock and roll culture in Hungary, and for example,
that we don't know anything about.
Yeah, but when I interview them, they speak also about some Hungarian bands that they inspired their music, and it was like full of different influence. And I think. Yes, it's just that this band, they sing in their mother language, so it's also maybe more difficult to export their music in a foreign country, and especially in the west of Europe, because the language is very different and
it's
very
impossible.
far.
There's no way that an Hungarian song is going to go out the Hungarian territory, or maybe a market move. But I don't think the Hungarian market is so powerful to make such a move. So I don't really see it as possible.
But at the end it was quite nice and satisfying experience, because thanks to this not so big festival, for me it's a good opportunity to discover, especially for us as a stranger people, the Hungarian music stage and the groups that exist and play music in Hungary. Because without this kind of opportunity, I think I never listened this kind of music before.
No, of course, we are talking about some music that nobody would ever know living outside Hungary. Basically, because Hungary is a really small country, and the language is
unique.
Totally unique, and you don't understand a single word if you're not Hungarian. There is no way to understand anything. I don't know if you've seen some other acts except for music, like theatrical or dancing or...
No, I walked through the stage in the main square, because in the main square of Nyíregyháza there is a kind of open stage, but I never saw something on it for now.
Okay. I've seen a capoeira performance by 5 or 6 guys. And I really liked it, because I really like capoeira. I would love to be able to dance capoeira, really. It's one of those dances that when I watch it, I want to do it. But
so, let's go.
Yeah, these guys are from Budapest anyway, because I met them after the concert of Tortuga, the band you interviewed. I just told to them that they were good. So there was this kind of not only music, but I have seen capoeira, but there was also some mimic performances, like mimic theater, which would have been interesting for me to watch, but I wasn't in the mood to go out that day, I have to say it. For the music, that day that you weren't there was a Queen tribute band, and actually it was, of course, the day with more people, I think, during this week. People still prefer the classics, I guess, on new music. They were kind of good, especially in the instrumental part. I would have liked the singer to be more powerful, because he was really precise and a good singer, but...
You don't find the new Hungarian Freddie Mercury?
No, definitely it's not the new Freddie Mercury. He missed the powerful part and the showman part. But they were good, and especially the guys that played the instruments. They were definitely good. Yeah. And it was a cool night.
But it's also interesting to see that during this week of festival, the programmation of concert is quite very different with different kind of band, with different kind of musical universe. And it's also a good opportunity to mix the things that you listen and to discover new music, new people, new band. I really appreciate this festival for this. There is not like a precise thematic, precise topic. It's like big stuff in which they put a lot of different things, different artistic way of express, different kind of music, and it's. I think it's one of the best way to make a festival, especially after all this quarantine time, which was, I think, difficult time for artistic life in all the country, and it's important for artists, I think, to go back on stage and to share their music, their art in that way.
It's true. I didn't think about the fact that probably most of them, they were making a concert after a long time. I have to say that both Tortuga and Au revoir yesterday, you could see that they were enjoying the stage. So this maybe actually helped for the quality of the performance. But we mentioned Tortuga, which is the punk rock, I'd say more rock than punk after listening to them.
Yeah.
Band that come from Nyíregyháza. So hopefully we can invite them to the radio when we come back to the radio. And you interview them. So before broadcasting your interview, let's talk about their music. What do you think? Do you listen to this kind of music? And how was the concert for you?
Yeah, I listen rock and roll a lot. I'm quite a huge fan of more old band like Rolling Stone or the Beatles, which is for me like really cool band. But I also have my grunge period in which I listen Nirvana like 100% of my time.
That's true, yeah.
And yeah, I'm a huge fan of rock and roll because I like this way of making powerful music and to really feel it. And in live is like so cool and powerful and crazy. And I never expected to find this kind of band in Hungary because for Tortuga, at my point of view, in the composition and the way of playing, is totally the rock that I like, with a powerful guitar, with some riff part and sometimes some improvisation, with two guitar, one more for rhythmic and the other one to make more some like skill and impressive playing. And with this also like very precise and speedy drum and this bass line that make all the stuff fixed together, mixed together. Mm-hmm. And yeah, for the musical part I really like the way of making music from Tortuga. After for the lyrics I can't really judge because I understand nothing. So I read little bit the lyrics, I translate it with internet, and also when I speak with the band, I also ask to them what is your lyrics, what do you want to tell, so I understand a little bit better, but in live for me it's impossible to really judge the quality of it. But I feel it quite musically, but especially I feel it like very rhythm, you know, the lyrics feel really good in the music, they fit correctly, they like a good match between both, and yeah, it was a really good discovery and a good band, and I was quite happy to interview this kind of band because it represents kind of music that I really like and with which I also grown up a little bit, so it's always good to discover and speak with people that create this kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. It's true. I think you also like Noir Désir, no?
Yeah.
And
I like a lot Noir Désir.
They have a part of their discography that is really rock and,
and I think
musically
Tortuga,
more violent.
Yeah, but I think in the lyrics Tortuga can be sometimes a little bit close to Noir Désir.
But also in the music, I have to say. I don't know why, but I made this connection. It's not so obvious as a connection. They have a lot of differences, but there is something similar for me. About the fact that we don't understand anything, it's sometimes good, sometimes bad, it's strange. Maybe we will make a program about our first experience in a cinema watching a movie completely in Hungarian without subtitles, which happened 2 weeks ago. It was a great experience in that case, but sometimes it's really annoying to be the only ones that don't listen. Like when during these days the singers were talking to the audience. Yeah, I don't know, it feels bad sometimes not to understand.
Yeah, it's like both sides of the same coin. You can keep a part of mystery or this kind of thing, which is really appreciable, I think. But also the fact to be totally lost out of the situation is sometimes very frustrating.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same. So we are going to listen to your interview, and we can say that was your best night. I rarely saw you so like good spirited and lighted. Awesome. And you are really in a good mood and you had a dreamy face that night, maybe because of the vodkas you drank with the group.
I take the little egészségedre with the band before the interview.
Yeah, let's explain that egészségedre is the way to say cheers and to drink. Here in Hungary, it's one of the things that we can teach to people. It's one of the only few things that we know. So I think that's it. We leave for your interview. Yeah, and just before the interview, I will just make a little disclaimer because I record outside during the festival, but next to all the technical stuff and crew, so there is a lot of background noise. But I think it's listenable and you can appreciate it. So just let's hope you enjoy and after go to listen Tortuga's song and all the song of the Vidor bands. Yeah, thank you. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you Tristan, and see you next week. Bye bye. Hello dear listener, and welcome on Mustar FM. And today, as you can hear, we are not in the studio, but in Vidor Festival. If you are a liver of Nyíregyháza, you maybe know this festival, but for the other, it's a music, theater and festival during August. And today, I'm in the Vidor Kert in order to meet and discover one of the bands of this Vidor Festival, Tortuga band, that are here. Hello guys, how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
So to start, maybe in order to better know you, can you introduce quickly yourself, the member of the group, and to speak a little bit about the history of the group, how you created, and maybe the origin of this name?
I am Abel, I am the rhythm guitar and I write the lyrics. My friend is Ákos, who is the bass guitarist.
I am a bass guitarist.
And Milan is a singer and a solo lead guitarist. Oh. And Sanka is the drummer.
Okay, perfect. And how did you create this group? Why did you create this group together?
We created our group because we love drinking alcohol and the noise music.
That's a good reason.
So this is the origin, and we would you like to tell our ideas?
And since how long this group exists?
It's 2 years ago we based this group, but we have a friendship from 10 years ago. We were friends from the high school, so this is the origin of the Tortuga.
Okay, and why is this name Tortuga? It came from nowhere, and there is like specific story.
We love girls and alcohol and caviar.
This is yes, no guy, just girls, but it's come from pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
This is the island where pirates drinking and fuck. No, they compose area. No, so it's come from the movie.
Okay, and how would you describe your musical style? What are your main influences? Some artists, bands that influence your style or your music?
We love Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, Motorhead, Joy Division, Ramones. So it's punk rock and grunge and heavy hard rock.
So more English or American band? No Hungarian band?
We love Hungarian bands too. Lot of band, Tongue Chapda, it's a Hungarian band, and there is a lot of Hungarian band we love. Yes, it's a mix.
And with all this influence, when you create a new music, how did you work? You start to write the lyrics first, to compose, and how did you make this creation work together?
It's a very random things. Like we compose music because it's every time is different. Sometimes we wrote songs in the rehearsal room. Another time we create music at home. So it's not a method we follow. So it's just a random thing.
And there is in your band somebody that is more dedicated to write the lyrics, or another one to compose, or is it everybody together that creates song?
The lyrics, I wrote the lyrics, and we compose together.
And about the lyrics, for people that listen us, there is a lot of people that don't speak or understand Hungarian, and I think you sing all the time in Hungarian, or almost all your song is in Hungarian language. So what is the topics that you put in your lyrics, and with your music, what is the topic that you want to talk about?
I think loneliness, girls, love of the music, new world order. We hate social media, so okay. We think it's too much. The social media is too trash today, so we can like it. So it's one of the main theme of the lyrics.
And why did you make this choice to sing and write in Hungarian? Because for me it's quite strange. I came from France, and in France, in the mind of French people, rock is linked with English language, and I think it's really cool to listen some bands that sing in their mother language. And why did you make this choice? And do you want to some maybe word or sing in English later? Or?
I think I can sing Hungarian, not English, so you can hear. We can talk English too good, so it's not a question.
That's a good answer. Okay, and now in Hungary it's end of quarantine due to virus, and it's beginning of starting back artistic or music life. For you, how this quarantine time did appear? It was like difficult time or inspiring time for, I don't know, writing or composing new music? And
Yes, it was a very different time for us, because we had a lot of concerts in festivals, but this festivals is postponed, so it was a disaster for us, but we tried to use the time to write new songs.
And so this concert tonight in Nyíregyháza is important for you, or is it just the beginning of new and a lot of concert after?
Yes, we hope, and this is our hometown, so
okay,
so it's a very, very important night for me. And
is it your first time in Vidor festival?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, it can be like important event.
Yes, it's very important.
And if I'm not mistaken, for now you have one album released, that's it. And I think your band exists since 2 years, and one album in 2 years is quite fast. And how did you explain this very important productivity from yourself? You are very inspired, or you just want to create, or you spend all your time on your guitar, your lyrics?
Yes, we love create songs, so I think the most important thing in the music, write songs. I love concert because it's the way we can show to the public the songs, but I think the creating is a very wonderful things.
Yeah, so you have like balance between work of composition and work of concert.
Yes.
The both are important for you.
Yes, but I like go to tour because we love to take to the bus and
yeah, I get it. I have the
yeah.
And for now, you only make concerts in Hungary, or you already played in other country?
We play in one other country in Romania, but mainly we play in Hungary.
Okay, and did you feel some differences? For you it's more important to play in front of Hungarian audience, or you want to have more bigger audience through other countries?
I don't feel the difference. I think if we go to the stage, we have to play very well. So I think not matter how many people see me. Just we have to make rock and roll.
Yeah, to give everything.
Yes, yes.
And since this band exists, what is your best memories about this musical adventure from this band, and the things that you are the more pride with it?
We was on a TV show in Hungary. This is the Doll, and it was very wonderful feeling because 300,000 people see us. So it was very cool.
A good audience to.
Yes, and we win the voting, so it was very cool.
Now I have a question for people that didn't know you before. If you have to recommend to these people one of your songs to discover your music that represent your music the best, which song will you pick and for which reason?
I don't know, because I think every song is our child. So I think it's a different question, because I can't choose.
And so to conclude, my last question is about your future project, your next project. What is the future of Tortuga for the next month, the next year? Have you got a big project in preparation or things like that?
We had a record with 3 songs. It's in the studio mixing. So we would like to make a video movie to the 3 songs. So we would like to publish it and make a lot of concerts in this year.
Sounds good. Perfect. Yeah. So good luck for your concert tonight, and if you have last word to say.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot to you, and have a good concert. And before to conclude this program, I just wanted to thank the members of Tortuga for their welcome, their time and their answer, and also all the staff of Tortuga and all the staff of Vidor. And I just advise you to listen Tortuga's music. You can find them on Apple Music, Deezer, Spotify, and also on YouTube. And you can also check their Facebook page in order to discover the date of the concert and a lot of other stuff. So, thanks again for listening. I hope you like this program, and see you soon on Mustar FM for a new program. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening us. We hope you have enjoyed this discussion. Join us next Thursday for a new free topic on Mustar FM.